Hello, my name is Angel. I'm from Spain, and this is my story.
Minasan, konnichiwa. Welcome back to Tokyo Daily. And today we have a special guest. Please check it out.
Minasan, konnichiwa. Muy buenas a todos. Hello everyone, my name is Angel. Angel desu. My name is Ángel, me llamo Ángel y yo vengo de España. He estado viviendo en Japón unos 3 años, más o menos. I come from Spain and I've been living in Japan for about 3 years. スペインから来て、今現在は3年間日本に在留しています。
What do you do in Japan? 日本で何をしますか？
日本で英語指導員として働いていて、暇な時にYouTube でビデオをアップロードしたり、ストリームもやってたりします。あと、日本の文化についてすごい興味があるので、今日はここに来たんだから。I've been working in Japan for about 3 years as an English teacher, and in my free time I always like to stream, and I like to be a YouTuber too. And I have a huge interest about the Japanese culture, and that's why we are here today.
So, where are we now? 今、どこですか？
今は、上野駅の近くにあり、Yuzumata Mangu という神社にいます。連れてきます。Now we are in Yuzumata Mangu, which is one shrine I really like next to Ueno Station. Let me walk you around.
You throw this? When you pray, you can use any coin with a few exceptions. This one, 10 yen, you shouldn't use 10 yen when you are praying. Why? Because 10, another reading for 10 is to, like toka. And then to is also the to for toi, which means far. So it's like if you're using this coin, you are taking away your luck if you toss this one. Instead of that, it's recommended to use the 5 yen coin because go en, it can bring luck to you. So when you're praying, this one is the most recommended one. So we just finished praying in this Yuzumata Mangu shrine. As I said, this Yuzumata Mangu shrine is dedicated to one scholar called Michizane Sugawara. Michizane Sugawara changed later, was deified as the god Tenjin, which is the god of scholars. That's the main reason why you can come here and pray for whatever you want technically, but most of the people come here to pray for good luck in the exams. As you can see here, many of these prayers, many of these wishes are related to passing different exams.
Please tell us your story, why you came to Japan. Like of all places in the world, why you chose Japan.
Actually, I think that as for many other foreigners, one of the reasons was the animation.
Oh.
I really like the animation, and I watched many animation, and it was always very curious to me, the Japanese festivals, you know, when they wear the kimono,
Yeah.
or the people in the daily life going to school. So that kind of daily life and the festivals and the customs, it was something that really caught my attention. So I wanted to come here and test it, see it with my own eyes. But when I came here, my first time, this is actually my 4th time in the country. So the first time that I came here to Japan, I knew no Japanese. I thought Japanese people would all know English. I got it wrong. But anyway, even if I got it wrong, I still got an awesome experience. It was really good. So I told myself that I wanted to learn Japanese, improve my Japanese skills. So I came another 2 times more, like the first time, the second, and the third time, for tourism purposes, just to improve my Japanese. It was very encouraging. And that's how I decided to learn and use my Japanese as much as I could.
By the way, I know you speak a very good Japanese. How did you learn Japanese?
Well, I don't know, like, actually, this is not the first language that I'm learning. Of course, my mother language is Spanish. So
Spanish.
I learned Spanish, English, Japanese. Also, I learned German and French. I really like languages. And honestly, I think that one of the best advices is immersion.
Immersion.
So the more you practice a language, the better for any possible topic. Like, for example, if you want to improve listening, you must listen a lot. If you want to improve writing, the best key is to write. That happens with everything. So I think the key behind self-improvement is basically practice, practice, and practice, both for Japanese and for any other language.
Speaking about Japanese, are you self-taught or did you enroll in some schools to learn it?
Well, actually, I started as a self-taught. So I took some books to learn, and I started learning like the main topics, like for example, learning hiragana, learning katakana. So the basics of Japanese, I did that self-taught. And like about 1 year after that, I enrolled some classes and I started improving my Japanese as much as I could. And later, when I came to Japan, I didn't enroll to any classes, so I started taking books. I went to bookshops here in Japan to grab some bookshop in order to prepare myself for some of the exams, in Japanese, the Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken. So I took several books to improve my Japanese, and I took those exams many times. And little by little, I started improving thanks to those books without classes. And now recently, I started also taking some classes in a volunteer center just to practice a little more.
About Japanese tests, what's your level? And how does it work?
So that level, I mean, the Japanese test, it's organized in 5 different levels.
5.
It's called with N, N5, N4. The N is because of the Japanese name, as I say, Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken. So this Nihongo, which means Japanese language, that's why they have from N5 to N1, being N5 the lowest one, and then N4, 3, 2, 1, being 1 the highest. So those tests basically have any kind of understanding, listening, grammar, reading, but they don't have expression. They don't have writing test or speaking test. That's more or less how it works. Recently, last year I passed N2.
Yay! N2!
And my goal, if I can, I would really like this year to take N1, but it's very difficult. So I'm trying my best to get to that level.
Ganbatte.
Ganbarimasu.
What are your tips for people who wants to start learning Japanese?
So I would say, first of all, the key behind that is motivation. So if you have motivation, you can go for everything.
Motivation.
If you don't have motivation, it's going to be every time harder and harder. With motivation, it's a great place to start. It's very important, the immersion in every aspect. As we know, both the viewers and other people here, so not everyone can be in Japan. Many people want to study Japanese when they are in their own countries. For learning hiragana, katakana, etc., it's completely recommended 100% to write hiragana and katakana until your hand is completely damaged. Your brain will store the information much easier if you write it. Okay, it's something that has been researched about any kind of content. So when you write something, your brain can fix better that information. Okay, so it's for everything: reading, listening, writing. Okay, and as you can, whenever you can and have enough Japanese, try to express your feelings. Try to speak every time you can.
You also mentioned about YouTube. What kind of contents do you upload?
Well, as I said, I really like any kind of Japanese culture. I like to learn and share every kind of possible Japanese culture. The festivals that I go to, the food that I eat, the Japanese language that I learn, or the Japanese language that I can teach. So usually, like for me, the language is part of the culture itself. The culture is the language, the food, everything. So that is something that I like to teach and that I would like to learn to show to other people, and something that I really enjoy.
Now, for the most exciting part. I love this one. Let's put Angel's Japanese into test. First, I will say the English word and phrases, and you'll try to translate it into Japanese. Okay? Number 1. I don't understand.
わからない or わかりません。
Let's go for second one. Seems like I'm going to die.
What? 死にそうです。
Honto! How did you know that word?
I don't know what kind of words are you searching there.
Stop it!
やめて。やめてください。やめなさい。
Teacher.
先生。教師。
Kyoshi?
教師 also can be teacher. It's another kind of teacher.
You're correct. Good job. How many points do you have now?
All?
Next. Hungry!
Boof, there are several ones. お腹が空いた。お腹がペコペコ。
Peko peko.
お腹が減りました。お腹が減った。
すごいね. Good job. Last one. This is N1 level. Huh. But maybe too easy for you.
And one is not too easy for me, I can tell you.
Adversity.
Oof. What kind of adversity? For example, I know disasters like Saigai, but adversity, there I don't know.
So to conclude this part, how would you sum up your life in Japan?
Well, I mean, I would say it has bad points and good points as usual. Like, I have seen many people saying both that Japan is a perfect country and both that Japan is an awful country. And I wouldn't agree with any of those. So it has good things and bad things, but I really like living here
Right.
despite everything. And at least I want to keep on living here, at least so far a few years until I can improve my level and achieve my goals. So for all the people who wants to try something like that, I would say, as I said already, the key is motivation, okay, and then try your best. Sometimes it's not easy, especially now with this COVID situation. So, but I would say keep on trying because probably, you'll never know, probably the situation, the chance will appear. If it appears, don't miss it. You try to get it, and especially never give up. I think you can all do it. So just keep on trying your best.
Ganbarimasu.
Ganbarimasu.
Hi guys, this is the end of the video and thank you so much Angel for today.
Thanks to you. I spent a great day today too.
Yes, we had so much fun and we learned so much about how to improve our Japanese. What were your tips?
So basically, motivation and practice. Basically, sometimes there are hard times, but if you keep on practicing and never give up, sooner or later, you'll get to achieve your goals.
Right. And for Angel's YouTube channel, if you want to learn more about Japanese, please follow him. We put the link down below.
Very appreciated. My channel, as I said, will be about Japanese culture, Japanese language, anything regarding my life in Japan. So I hope you guys like it.
And you can also learn Spanish.
ありがとう
ありがとうございました。
ございました。